So when COVID-19 started, we at Mason's Creamery, we're an ice cream shop, but in the wintertime we actually turn into a ramen shop. So we actually, in the front of the ice cream shop here, we put a vestibule out and we open up for counter seating. And so I think we got wind of this kind of early on. And so we had prepared and we started doing just takeout. And we were one of the first companies to do that, at least in the neighborhood here. You know, as everybody's aware, I think pretty quickly we all really realized that this was terrifying. And so as the governor kind of decided that, you know, restaurants should reduce capacity or social distancing, we decided just to call it, especially with the enhanced unemployment for everybody. We thought it would be better for them. We have people who have families whose immune systems are compromised. And so for us, that was the right decision after knowing that all of our employees would be taken care of. After we shut down, the question is now, what do we do? How do we reopen? We were gonna shut down for a week regardless to switch over from ramen to ice cream. You know, our shop is very small, it's 700 square feet, so how do we socially distance that? And the short answer was we couldn't. So we are very fortunate to own the building, and so we're able to change things very rapidly. We're a very small operation, so we decided to rip out two of the front windows and turn that into just an ordering station. We also put another one on the side just for pickup. So we have two lines, one that kind of diverges into two. That way everybody is able to socially distance. You can place your order there. If it's a quick scoop, we can do that right on site. If it's you know, like a Sunday, you'll place your order and then we'll kind of throw it out to the side and you'll walk around and pick up. In addition to that, we decided to shut down our parking lot completely. We have 10 picnic tables, we have cafe tables, we placed those out. Our intention was actually to shut down the parking lot last year anyways and turn it into green space. There's a lot of walking people in the neighborhood and we thought it would be nice to have a park. But with COVID-19, our contractor was affected and so that got moved and it's actually kind of a better situation right now. So COVID-19 for me and my wife, who also owns, we're the two owners, and for our employees, it's been a roller coaster. At first, it was, we can handle this, and then you start seeing numbers spike, and you're terrified, and you shut down, and then it's, you know, once you shut down, what do you do? Or this is my only income stream, and so because of the enhanced unemployment, we knew our employees would be taken care of, but now it's how do we do that? In addition to that, my little brother lives in New York City. Him and his wife were both diagnosed with COVID, so we're, you know, worried about that. He and she are still kind of dealing with some of the long-term effects of those, of the illness. But really, you know, I think taking stock, none of us got sick here. It's as good as it could be. We're just kind of riding the wave, you know. It's everybody's riding the wave right now. We were fortunate that spring kind of came early or summer came early, and I think with the increased social distancing, you know, where our sales hasn't taken the hit that we thought it would, we're still cautiously optimistic. And I think with the illness, you can't really, and I think that's one of the problems with COVID, is that you can't rely on anything. So the ingredients that we get and use to make ice cream, all of it's topsy-turvy. Dairy's been hit, the prices fluctuate. And I think because we're a seasonal business for ice cream, we're used to seeing some sort of variation in those ingredients. We opened actually a week later because we couldn't get a hold of dairy. Everything, you know, they were still producing it, but they couldn't get it to us through distribution. I think thankfully being closed for almost 2 months, we missed a lot of the delays that distribution had. And I think by the time we reopened, a lot of it was kind of straightened out, but takeout supplies, whether it's lids for cups or anything like that, it's a mess. Everybody's doing takeout, and so there's huge runs on it, and so everything's 3 weeks behind schedule. it's hard to really map out what sales projections would be. We've been open for 6 years now, and so we typically have some sort of idea what we're going to do, but now it's just, again, riding that wave. Exterior, you can kind of see the takeout windows and the new menu. Inside, we went to, it's a very small building, but we have now like little zones that each employee is at every day, so we can kind of contract trace and make sure that they're there and they disinfect their stations every day. So we have a little scooping freezer for every window here. And that way, and that was another concern for us, looking at other ice cream shops and even us, when it's busy, everybody's on top of each other scooping, and now you have your own zone, you're, 9 feet from the other person. So I think for us, it's as safe as it could be. A message to other small businesses, that is such a difficult question, because I think that for us, there's a lot of work that we've put into it. I think there's probably a lot of luck involved too in our at least initial success returning. Who knows, in a couple weeks where we'll be. It's such a complex question. And it's probably not camera worthy, but like we think, Helen and I, we talk about this every single day, what the restaurant landscape is going to be like this winter. And as we're kind of thinking about where we're going to be, and how lucky we are right now, in winter, what are we going to do? What is anybody going to do? Where is the virus going to be? And so I guess the only advice I have is to be nimble. It's a blessing and a curse to be as small as we are. It's harder to buy things in volume and get discounts and all, you don't have the buying power, but you do have the ability to change stuff. If we had 8 stores, we couldn't change things that we do, on a daily basis to kind of correct and keep the ball rolling. We would have to take into account our 8 different locations. And so I think going forward, a lot of mom and pop or single restaurant operations might have the upper hand because you can change. And I think going forward, that's probably, at least in the near future, that's the way, is just being as nimble as possible, or being able to change.